I represent the good people of Njikoka and Ochadunukofia from Anambra State. I want to say that I'm totally in support of this motion, as it were. I want to draw the attention of all of us that in this recent past, the federal government gave a minimum wage of 70,000 a month. And just a week or two ago, there's an increase of fuel price. And I'm telling you from personal experience, my driver, I approved his transport of 3,000 transportation a day, has come up with a bill of 6,000 transportation a day just to come to work. And all these things is affecting the entire stress of our people. What does this dovetail to? We cannot transport food from our constituents, or our constituents cannot transport their produce from the farm to market with a much lesser cost. The increases of food in this country, somebody who is earning 70,000 a month, his 70,000 cannot last him for 3 days in this country, in the same government, the same policy. I want to thank God for the life of Aliko Dangote, who has, through other investors, have come up with a refinery. I want us to pressurize on the government, because not all countries that produces petroleum are in OPEC. We need to review our OPEC policy. We mustn't be in OPEC, because the only thing that will solve this problem of petroleum increase is to use what we have to solve our problem. In other words, I'm advocating that NNPC, the government, should, as a matter of policy, Mr. Speaker, to sell our crude oil we produce to Dangote at a reduced foreign exchange. Because their hands are tied, we will have to review the policy we have with OPEC. We mustn't be there. We have crude oil. Dangote must be giving our crude oil at a reduced foreign exchange, not on international standard. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable.
Nuisance Lele.
In just pretend say they care. Minimum wage in Nigeria is $42 to $43. Today, Nigerian Naira is now rated alongside Sudanese money, as well as Ethiopia also money, as the worst performing currencies in the world. Did you just mention Dangote? Well, this guy is going to disagree. You know, Dangote refinery, really?
Are you seeing this? If there is an award that is supposed to be given to the most patient people in the world, it should be given to Nigerians. Fuel is being sold at 1,100, and you can see the queue. People are even fighting to get this fuel. Sincerely speaking, I don't know what the Tinubu administration is doing as far as this issue of fuel. We are suffering. I don't even know how to present this. And obviously, the people that are supposed to protest, the people that are supposed to stand up and fight for the right of Nigerians, the likes of the NLC and other people that matter, have been bought. That's why they are quiet. That's why they can't say anything. We are buying fuel at 1,001, and look at the queue. People are fighting at the gates, for crying out loud. And you tell me this is renewed hope? This is renewed danger. This is renewed pain. This is renewed agony. God, please come to our rescue. We are in trouble in this country. and we now say, Dangote, Dangote, Dangote. What did the Dangote refinery give to us? Nonsense, wallahi. Nonsense. It is of no use, the Dangote refinery. I said it in one of my interviews with Roots TV. I said I don't give a hoot about the Dangote refinery because another game they want to play. Dangote refinery, look at it with the Dangote refinery, an oil producing nation. You are here comparing us with in Senegal they pay for. Are we Senegal? Are we any of these other countries, for crying out loud? The Dangote refinery, as far as I'm concerned, is not serving anybody in this nation. It's a failure. The Dangote refinery is a failure since we are in this trouble. Nonsense. These people are planning to barbecue us until we become no more. Renewed what? Subhanallah.
Subhanallah. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Did you just say something about barbecue? Because that's exactly what happened in Jigawa today, where people were scooping fuel. Yeah. And then kaboom. 140 souls lost. It's not the shoe soul, not the soul of shoe. I said soul, lives. 140 people roasted alive. Before the kaboom, these were them scooping fuel from a crashed fuel tanker.
Wannan fa shine lokacin da suke ɗiban fetur ɗin yayin da tankar man ta fashe. So kafin alkuwar al'amarin kenan. Ubangiji Allah ya ji kan waɗanda suka rasa rayukansu. Allah ya sa aljanna makomarsu, amin.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Most of the people you see in that video, they are no more. And that was in Jigawa. By the time the news reached us, they initially said over 90. When they finally found some of the bodies were they're born beyond recognition. They're born beyond some of them. They even, it's like a body. Oh, I don't want to describe it so that I don't kind of ruin your night. You know what I mean? I like boom. When they started counting, they counted 141 so far. Others, you just feel like stop counting. This is what life is worth in that contraption as we speak. Yeah. That's why I call these criminals rent seekers. What they are doing is called taking rent. 64 years of producing crude oil. They are still transporting petroleum products by road, where, via tankers. That's how they transport petroleum products in Nigeria, oil producing country. That you would think they would have invested in infrastructures that makes it easier to transport this stuff without having to take them on the road that way. Abi? Here is a former police officer, by the way, describing what the situation is like for them in that contraption. To him, this is not just a shege. It is actually a Shege Pro Max. It's bigger than the normal Shege that you might possibly be imagining, in his words.
Yeah, they are really not figures that I consider to be lateral. They are domiciled more in the finance sectors. And these finance sectors have no relationship with the real sectors that you could classify as the areas of growth. What are these real sectors? Agriculture, industry. They have said that industry is growing. I don't see the industries that are growing. You and I are here.
Marginally, but not as expected.
I don't see the industries that are growing because when there is growth, the effect will be felt by the populace. But what we have today is Hardship Pro Max.
What do you think is the missing link?
Missing link is that we have imported policies from outside our needed areas.
Imported?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you mean?
We seem to be implementing policies that are just thrown at us.
How?
If you read the papers from time to time, you hear the World Bank reeling out needs for intervention, need for this, need for that. All these so-called deregulation that we are going through. No nation does those things because it comes at a cost. It comes at a very serious cost to the citizens. And that's why we are having spiral inflation. But I saw in The Guardian this morning, Guardian or Independent, that you put forward in your prologues. Inflation at 32-point-something%. Who survives that? And you say there is growth? Growth should match it if there is growth.
In terms of this policy,
so that you can nil out the figures.
Yeah. In terms of these policies that you refer to, while you were in government, you can't tell us the same thing didn't happen, implementing those policies.
No, we didn't have such. We had a very stable system that people could project. We had a very stable system that you will know. For the entire period that PDP was in government in this country, we had stability in prices.
Yeah, but you implemented.
We had stability in prices. There was growth in agriculture.
No, but you can't claim
there was growth in the industrial sector.
You can't claim the government did not implement any international development partner policy.
No, we didn't have dictations from international development partners. I can tell you that. We didn't have those dictations. And that was why you had a robust economy. You had industries that were functioning well. Today, industries are closing up. Are you not aware that industries are leaving this country? Are you not aware of the divestment going on?
Yeah, but industries have been closing up for a while, and even before those policies came into being.
Yeah, the ones that do daily needs are also going out, and that is where the challenge is. If you now have to begin to import your toothpaste, you now have to begin to import your bath soap, you now have to begin to import very, very sadly, palm oil, then you have a problem. Because these are daily needs that goes to the ordinary man on the street. The person in my village.
There were questions, though, as to why we will import palm oil when we are a country. I mean, when you just travel over the Niger Delta, for instance, you see, palm just growing by itself sometimes, maybe as a result of dispersion of seeds. We're a country so blessed in that regard. So there will be questions as to why we should be importing something that grows willy-nilly on our soil.
Yes, because this goes to what I said before. When they reel out these figures to us, it does not relate to the real sector. Now, when you say that, there is a robust growth in our financial sector, I think if you go and search it, if you go and scrutinize it, it will be the same people who are reinvesting. It will be the same people who are trying to keep a tab, to keep a hold, to keep ownership of what they already have, right? No. So, but how do you now relate that? The question is, how does that now grow the real sector, the agricultural sector? In fact, my point is that our agricultural sector should take the quantum leap in growth before you can talk about growth in the economy. Because
you are deceiving yourself. Here is, Kim Jong or Kim Dem-young. The person in charge of the contraption, as you can see, is Mr. Kim Dem-young. And that's Tinubu. Whatever they quote to you as your economic this and that, you are deceiving yourselves. That is what you are doing. Deceiving yourselves. So right now, if APC Egbekegbe tells you this economy is this economy is that, you are deceiving yourself. The truth of the matter is this. Nigeria Naira is now the worst currency in the whole world, in the same category with Ethiopian currency, as well as South Sudan, where they are now sacrificing you. Tinubu, which is Mr. Kim Dem-young, as you have him there, right? sacrificing his own citizens to satisfy this bunch of thieves like Akpabiole and co. Remember that, oh? Now, earlier they said they found these guys at the National Assembly of Nigeria. Okay? They were there. They said they were DSS, masked guys, because there was a rumor that Akpabiole was about to be removed until he himself came out to debunk it like this.
If they have a lot of traffic. So whoever brought out this fake news must be getting a lot of payment because of the traffic going on. But I hope the public is aware that this is total fake news and that the chamber is very stable and the issue of impeachment does not come in. So, Kaka, please investigate and report back to us as soon as practicable.
As the Senate President pleases, I will do the needful and report back, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
You get that? That is the godless Akpabiole, a big godless Akpabiole. The guy, if anything happens to Tinubu or anything happens to Shitty Man, that will be your president. So we don't know what happened, that they decided to bring in DSS and all of them to the National Assembly, but they denied it. They said, no, it has nothing to do with impeachment and all of that. It's actually fake news. And according to him, some people are using that for their social media traffic. And that's it. That's just it. We investigate who started that, and then you report back to us. I hope they will report Aregbe Fagbana, Baba Kabiru. As I heard that they are already packing their bag and say, enough, they are not doing APC anymore. That is Baba Kabiru's supporters, and he was probably there. Were you in Osun today when Aregbe Fagbo, Baba Kabiru? Aregbe ti gbé bàálù dé kẹlẹ́jà máa gbẹ́jà lọ. A ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbé PC nílẹ̀ yìí mọ́. Àwa ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbé PC nílẹ̀ yìí mọ́ o. Osun get drama, and it's quite crazy. But you would think that's the crazy things you've seen after Aregbe Fagbana, Baba Kabiru became their governor, bankrupted the state, introduced what is called half salary. You know something? Nigerian politicians are the most luckiest, honestly. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. Aregbe Fagbo Baba Kabiru, bankrupted Osun. But you know that Osun people will tell you, he's one of the best governor. Aregbe tried for us in Osun. Aregbe is it's okay, man. It's okay. You cannot. But Osun is very unique in Yoruba land. Have you listened to the Honey of Ife? I'm a Yoruba man, and I just believe that we have a very unique history as Yoruba people. But when you hear some of our Yoruba supposed elders, sometimes you want to see that the best of history is best kept in Yoruba palaces. But then you begin to hear them, because majority of them have had this Abrahamic attachment, inferiority complex. That's why you hear some of them, they will tell you, Oduduwa is from Ile-Ife. Oduduwa is the Kiniko, because those ones who have Islamic attachments, when they want to tell the history of Yoruba, they have a way of linking it to them in Saudi Arabia. When you see those ones who want to tell you, who have their own connection to them in Israeli, the Jews, they will link Yoruba to something in Israeli. In fact, I think this is the first time I'm hearing that of Israel. A total inferiority complex. Yorubas have been in existence before they wrote the Bible, before they wrote their Quran, before these two religions ever existed. Because at least we had, see, in your Bible and in your other books, they have ways of kind of telling you about Egypt, Sabi, which means the black people have been in existence. Moses was brought to Egypt, Sabi. Egypt is not an Arab country back then, no. But you know the story don't change now anyway. So you still have our people who are like having this Abrahamic, and when I say Abrahamic religion, it's got to do with Islam and then Christianity. Yorubas have been in existence before any of them. We have unique history. Until Ibati, Ooni of Ife said, the Tower of Babel, the Ile-Ife. What is it again? Noah's Ark, the Ile-Ife, because Ife is the source. And I was so shocked, only for me to realize that it is not Ooni of Ife that is possibly talking kati. They were actually Yorubas, okay? Because they were told not to disrespect their leaders. Don't disrespect your leaders, even if they are like talking nonsense like this guy.
All the mystery stories in the Bible are actually with us here. A lot of people won't believe it. Ark of Noah is in Ile-Ife. Ark of Noah, that the entire Western world, we've been looking for it. It's actually here. Tower of Babel, where God actually scattered the language of human being, is actually in Ife. So many mysteries in Yoruba land. It's unbelievable. The work of God, civilization, organization, structure started from the source, and it can be proven. Glass cup that is half full and half empty, they mean the same thing, but one has positive charge and the other one has a negative charge. But a black man rather chose the line of cup half empty. It's the same thing, but it has a negative undertone. So it's something that has been on for a very long time. And we need to start to work towards changing our mindset, because the truth is everything started from the black race. Civilization, democracy, everything started from the black race. And we have the facts on ground. But because we look at the cup half empty, that has been our major fundamental problem.
Ibi tí wọ́n lè dá wọn sí Ifẹ̀ ló wà. Torí ẹbọra ènìyàn, ewé, ẹranko, wọn lọ láṣepọ̀. Ènìyàn ní Olódùmarè dá kẹ́yìn. Nígbà tó máa dá èèyàn kẹ́yìn, ó pè gbogbo àwọn ẹbọra àti gbogbo àwọn táwọn máa ń pè ní màláíkà, àwọn Christian á pè ní angel, Muslim á pè ní màláíkà. Pé ẹ jẹ́ ká dá èèyàn ní àwòrán ara wa. Ibi tí wọ́n lè ti dá èèyàn ní ọgbà tí a ti dá ènìyàn, ọgbà tí ẹ ti di ènìyàn, olójẹ́ ọgbà ìdènà, òní òyìnbó pè ní Garden of Eden.
Nuisance lele.
So that if you want to get mad with me or get mad at me, you can really get that mad fully. Ewo ni katikati wiri. Like the Yoruba history. How is that related to that of the Jews or whatever it is, their history? Inferiority complex. I grew up hearing some of this ridiculous nonsense. Depends on